What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. I'm out thrifting, looking for things I can buy and flip on eBay, make some money. Here's something I haven't seen in a while. This is a TI 84 Plus Silver Edition calculator. It's got a black mark on it, unfortunately, on the screen. That hurts the value a little bit, but it's still worth buying. I've actually already flipped that. I think I sold it for like $35, $38, and it sold within 5 minutes of me listing it. As is typical with those types of calculators, right? What else can we find here? A bunch of yarn. You know, I've sold yarn in the past. I really don't like going through and looking at it all, though, and researching it. If I see something unique, I kind of pick it up and sell it maybe, but not my favorite thing to sell. Generally not worth a whole lot of money unless you get something special. Here's one of these We Craft sets. I've sold those before. That one was already painted, so I did not pick that up. Some of those sell for really good money. Christmas stuff here, you know, I didn't see anything that stood out. Over here, though, I see this lava lamp for $6.99. It looks like an older one. However, it's not. It's a newer one. You know, just has that old look like they do with everything now. It's hard to tell what's old and what's not at first. But, yeah, unfortunately, not really worth picking up. Same with this clock. Has a cool look. But once you research it and you see that they're not really selling, and the ones that are selling aren't for much, it's just worth putting back. Like the lava lamp, there was no profit in it, so just left it. This aisle is packed full. We got all kinds of stuff you're looking at here. Just like always, just stuff's priced too high. No one's really buying it. All this basic stuff. I've seen Tupperware here priced $10. It's just kind of crazy. Here, though, at this Goodwill, I see this model jet. And I've already sold this as well. It was $12.99. New open box, so happy to pick that up. I've been doing pretty good about getting some of my newer finds listed before they get into the death pile. It's all the old stuff that's made it to the death pile. That's hard to get listed because I'm always having new stuff come in, but that's why I'm getting some fast sales, getting it listed, pricing the stuff to sell, and the money rolls in. Here's something interesting. We got some Disney VHS. All of these are sealed, $25 a box, 10 of them in the box, so $75 for 30 of them. There's some money to be made here. I ended up passing on them. From what I was seeing, researching, there was nothing great there, and at best I would have doubled my money, and that was, you know, selling them individually for max price. It would have took forever to offload all those, so just decided to pass on those. Here's a Twins hat, worth picking up for $2.99. Still got the tags, so happy to find that as well. Got that Toon Squad backpack still sitting there. Price fair enough, I guess, but no one wants it. Here's a Panasonic vintage solid state blender. And I've sold this one before, or one like it. So $9.99, people like those. They want to make their kitchen look all vintage. Here at this Goodwill, we have some electronics, a boombox, overpriced air fryers, overpriced crock pots, George Foreman. You know, you can't go in a thrift store without seeing a George Foreman. Here's some sort of Star Wars, I think it was a clock or something, $49.99. No thank you. Wasn't worth it. I did look it up just to see, right? Not even close. But if you do enjoy these videos, make sure to hit that like button for me. It really helps them out, and I appreciate you watching. More and more kitchen stuff. Not sure about this Goodwill, what the prices were like. I come over here, see a big tote of dolls down there, and this was, I think, 20 bucks. Yeah, you can see someone's already been digging in it. I see one Monster High doll. No other Monster High dolls that I saw. No Bratz dolls. So if that was all Monster High, I would have, you know, picked it up immediately for 20 bucks. That tote alone's worth almost 20 bucks. Unfortunately, it just had to pass on those. Maybe some money in it, selling certain ones, but now this, I'm kind of kicking myself for not buying. I don't know why I didn't buy it. It's just LOL dolls, and it's only $5.99. I remember I spent $10 on a bag like that at Goodwill, and I sold it for like 40 bucks. What am I doing? I don't know. I was watching this footage. I couldn't believe that I didn't buy that, because usually those lot pretty well. That Marvel Seen It game, though, I do pick up because I've sold that before on Amazon. It sells for like 60 bucks right now, so pick that up. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't buy the LOL dolls. Just weird how sometimes that kind of thing happens, but this aisle looks worse than the other Goodwill. I don't come into this Goodwill very often. It's a bit further, and the prices, are high in these Goodwills. $12.99 for some kids Timberland boots. Just price them like $4 and give a mom a good deal. Goodwill, like goodness. Here's some adult Timberlands in terrible shape. I don't think those were marked up. Here's some Red Wing boots, $12.99 or not 12, $19.99, but they're size 16 and really in decent condition. So I picked those up. Over here on this cart, I see something. I'm like, oh, lawn darts. These are worth some pretty good money. $4.99, and you probably saw these in my last video where I've already sold them. So, pretty awesome. Yeah, we got some other stuff on this cart, but those have some surprising value. I'll talk about those more in the haul part of the video. Always keep an eye out for those. Not the jarts. They need to be the vintage lawn darts. The steel-tipped ones you're not allowed to sell. Those are nylon-tipped. If anyone knows a way to sell steel-tipped darts anywhere, I think even like Facebook Marketplace blocks them. So I don't know where you'd sell them. But look at this, a Gucci hat. $2.99, almost certainly fake. But I do pick it up. I had to at $2.99. And you got a Panasonic VHS-C player for $7.99. It's got all the stuff that I would want, to test it and sell it to get the maximum amount of money. So I went ahead and picked that up as well. But I prefer the high 8 players, right? Because they're worth more money. Not bad. This is another day, so not the same day as the previous video. Here's an Adidas backpack down here. Decided to pass on this as well. Maybe a little bit of money, but it was kind of basic. $4.99, I believe, is all they had on that. But yeah, I found some great stuff today. Let's go over it. I'll show you everything I found. It is that time. We're going to go over what I found thrifting. We can start back here with this model picked up for $12.99 at Goodwill. All the pieces are new and sealed in there. Looking at the comps, it's on Amazon for about $130. I saw a bunch. I think it was Italy or Canada or somewhere. They had it marked about 160 on eBay. I did see where one sold for $80. So since there's only a couple US sellers at over $100, I'll probably price this like 80 bucks plus shipping. It should sell. Got a few good shoe pickups. Got these Red Wing boots. These are a good style. Some of these can sell pre-owned for around $100. Now these were $20 and they have some of the toe scraping, which is not a huge problem. Otherwise, they're in really good physical condition. We got tread left, so I'll probably still make about $35 on these, even though I paid $20. I wish they were in just a little bit better condition, because then I could mark them around 100, but probably sell them like 70, 80 bucks, something like that. They're a big size, size 16, so I'll make them a bit more unique. Then I picked up a couple pairs of Asics at Goodwill. They weren't marked up. These are wrestling shoes in really good condition. Looks like I can sell those for about 30 bucks. Paid $5 for them, so it should be some pretty easy money. Very clean. just like these. And this is a really good style. These pre-owned can sell for $70. And honestly, these are in such a good condition. I might be able to price them $69.99 plus shipping. Probably start at that since it's rare to find, ASICS shoes that are actually worth that much out in the wild. They had all these Nike shoes priced like $20, $25 there. But even if they were in good condition, they weren't worth selling just because they were just basic Nike, right? Probably the two best pairs of shoes weren't even marked up. Back here is a Case Logic CD case. These are actually pretty good to sell. I guess because they aren't being made anymore. I believe this is a 260 sleeve version. The more sleeves, the more it's worth, it seems. Even if it's older, it seems to be. But this one will still sell for $30, so might as well try to flip that. Here's something that shocked me a bit. These are lawn darts. Now, I've talked about lawn darts on the channel before, the vintage ones with the steel tips. Now, from what I understand, you are not allowed to sell those on eBay, but I did see some on eBay, so I don't know if they're just not mentioning the steel tips. These are actually nylon tipped, so I won't have an issue selling these on eBay, but doesn't affect the price that much. Some of the Franklin nylon tipped lawn darts we're selling like $200, even over $200, I believe. These are Kent, and I started doing some research on the Kent darts over the past 3 years. I saw where just the box sold for $50. No darts or anything. You got the rings here that we're selling for like $30 or $40, and then the whole set, there's some comps for $150. Hey, it's Future Wick here. I just wanted to make a note on this video that the boxes seem to be people just trying to sell the steel tip darts. They sell an empty box. Then when they ship it, they put the steel darts in there. I didn't catch that when I was looking at the box sales. I know people do that on some other items that are kind of illegal to sell on eBay. Also, if you didn't see the last video, my what sold video, I already sold these darts and I sold them for $130, so they flipped very quickly. Now, I don't know why these are so sought after, especially that someone would pay $50 for a empty box for the Kent lawn darts like this. Maybe they're from a movie, maybe they were on a TV show or something and they got popular. I don't know. It's one of those strange things. I knew they had value and people were wanting them, but I thought it was just like a vintage nostalgia type thing. But and of course, Goodwill taped this box to pretty much oblivion. It's gonna take a lot of surgical procedures to get that tape off without damaging this box. A hair dryer is what I'm going to use. Take my time and peel it. Even with the hair dryer, these boxes are so old. I don't know if these are from the 60s or when, if there's a date on here. I don't see a date, but even if I had to part these out, like it looks like all the darts are there. From what I could tell in there without moving the tape, it looks like the tips are in good condition. So there's a bit of a bolo for you in this video. That's why it pays to watch every one of my videos, because you never know what's going to pop up in them. Certainly looking forward to seeing how much I can get on those for sure, because I've never sold them before. Got a couple of hats. Now, I got this Gucci hat, right, at Goodwill, new with tags for $2.99. Probably almost zero chance that this is actually not counterfeit, but I bought it anyway because you never know. Here's the tag in there. I'm gonna have to do some research. I saw some people selling hats like this with tags like this on eBay. It doesn't mean they're not counterfeit. I probably won't sell this on eBay unless I can 100% confirm it's real, just because this stuff's so highly counterfeited, and it's a good way to get your account flagged or suspended or even just removed completely. Even though this hat new with tags like this would be about a $300 hat. Any experts out there, you can let me know. Like that tag right there looks pretty cheap. Does Gucci put cheap tags like that on there? I am surprised at how many things like this I've gotten. And you start looking up like what authentic ones are made out of, and it's just cheap materials. It's really not much different than this, so you never know. I might put it on Macari or something like that if I decide to sell it, or I think it could be real. Somebody locally would probably still pay $20 for it. I'll take some pictures and put it on some like Reddit forums or something that people give me an opinion maybe. But I did pick up another new with tags hat. This is a twins hat, still with the tags. This is a, what's the name? I forget already. Drew Pearson, which they make some pretty valuable hats. This one's kind of basic. I think I can sell it $20, $25 maybe. Since it's new with tags, but only $2.99 like the Gucci hat, so I'll take it. I'm not even going to estimate that this is worth $300, but I'll just estimate I can get $10 out of it somehow. Of course, if it is real, I'll get a lot more. And this one, I don't know, I'll probably make like $15 on it, so About $25 in the hats, we'll say. Here's a study Bible. These sell pre-owned for about $30. So I'm going to list that and make some money as well. It's been a long time since I found a Bible where I break $100. I've sold some before. Over $100. Many of them have great value. Got a couple games for $1. I got this Wii game, Monster Hunter 3 Try. It's complete, in pretty good condition, so it's about a $15 game. And Spider-Man 4 is about a $15 game as well. I figure I could put this with one of the PlayStations I'm selling. I got 2 PlayStation 4s. I need to get listed. Pretty solid game to put with it if I don't sell it by itself. Here's something, it's been a while since I found one out in the wild. This is a TI 84 Plus Silver Edition. Now this one has a little black mark on the screen, which will affect the sale a little bit, but people still buy these. They buy them on eBay because they need them for school. Some classes require them. This one's got some like pencil and stuff on it, but magic eraser, I'll just get all that off real quick, make it look nice. Battery compartment look clean. However, these do not sell for as much as they used to since I bought one. Pretty sure the last one I sold for $50, $60. Looks like $40, maybe $45 in good condition. So this is something I'll probably price like $35. Still gonna make at least $20 profit on it, as long as it's working okay. So worth picking up. These things, if you price them a certain price, different companies who refurbish them and sell them to schools or something always buy them immediately. Not too into buying these Panasonic VHS-C. I like the high 8 stuff. 8mm, which seems to sell a lot better. However, this one was $7.99. It's got a battery, it's got a charger. That means I should be able to at least get it tested to see if it works. Working like this, I can probably sell it for about $50. If it would have been priced more, or it's missing, the battery or the cord, I just would not have bought it. Some of the Sony high 8 ones will sell for $200, $300. That's why I like to pick those up. VHS-C, some of the DV models also don't sell that great. They'll still sell, they just you don't get as much for them. So here's another Panasonic item. This is a Panasonic vintage solid state blender. And I've sold certain models of these before. This one was looking pretty good. I did see one over the past 3 years sold for $100. Some others it sold for around $50, $60. It's going to depend on condition and all that. Worst case scenario, if it doesn't work, be able to sell the pitcher part for some money. Did pay $10 for it. If it's working, I'm probably just going to price it $49.99 plus shipping. Not going to try to get huge amount of value for it. There's not a whole lot listed, so it should be a pretty competitive price. Then back here is another item I've picked up and sold before. It's been a while since I've found one. This is the Seen It Marvel Deluxe Edition. I believe the one that's not Deluxe Edition does not sell that great. They might not sell that great on eBay either, but I'm selling this on Amazon. You see it has a $12 complete sticker on there, which is, it probably came from a garage sale, so hopefully it is complete. They still sell for like $60 to $80, it looked like, pre-owned on Amazon, and I'm still allowed to sell this. So many board games are starting to become restricted on Amazon. So for $5, of course, I picked it up. I'll probably price it like $70 on there. Make some good profit on it in the end. But there it is, everybody. That's my haul for today. Some cool items, especially the lawn darts. Keep an eye out on those for sure. Let me know in the comments if you've ever sold any. On your way out, hit that like button for me. Check and make sure you are subscribed. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Until next time.